Hey guys, welcome back. Today we discuss Whoopi Goldberg. I'm sure by now you've heard of actress and comedian Whoopi Goldberg's being suspended for 2 weeks for her comments she made on Monday's episode of The View. Many have made comparisons to other stars who've referenced the Holocaust to make a point and suffered either worse fates or none at all. So let's begin with what Goldberg actually said, which ironically came up during a larger conversation about book banning and quote-unquote uncomfortable discussions about race and the Holocaust.
The Holocaust isn't about race.
No.
It's not about
maybe
race.
ethnicity.
Well, they
No,
consider
it's
Jews
about
a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about
Well,
race.
what is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about.
But it's about white supremacy. It's
Well,
about
but
going
it's not-
after
it's
Jews
not about
and
race.
gypsies
But these are two
Romans.
white groups of people. The
Yeah.
minute you turn it into race, it goes down this alley. Let's talk about it for what it is. It's how people treat each other. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, because black, white, Jews, everybody eats each other.
Goldberg seemed to attempt to draw a comparison between what happened during the Holocaust and the capacity of all mankind for violence and brutality. The lesson everyone should learn from history is that we're all capable of repeating it. Professor Jordan Peterson put it best.
There was a lesson to learn from the Holocaust. We're always reminded that. Never forget. We've learned our lesson. There's a lesson to be learned. It's like, okay, fair enough, man. What was the lesson? That's the question. What was the lesson? And the lesson is, you're the Nazi. That's the lesson. It's like, really? Really? Well, no one wants to learn that. I mean, that's what I've been teaching my students since 1993. It's like, if you were there, that would have been you. You think, well, I'd be Oskar Schindler, I'd be rescuing the Jews. It's like, no, I'm afraid not.
Yeah,
You'd at least not be saying anything.
Right.
And you might also be actively participating. You might also enjoy it.
Man's Inhumanity to Man, which, by the way, is the title of a detailed documentary about the Holocaust by Kurt L. Wallach. I have no doubt this is what Goldberg was actually referencing when she made that statement. Likewise, the quote Gina Carano reposted on her Instagram account that lost her the gig with Disney conveyed a similar perspective. Her Instagram post read, "Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors." It compared the Nazis' behavior towards Jews, toward their neighbors, to the growing hostility, if not outright hatred, among Americans, fueled in part by the media and politicians seeking to divide us along political lines for power and control. Her point, to the extent that she shared the view of the original poster, was that anyone was capable of what the Nazis did, and the seeds were being planted. It was a warning. Now, contrast this with what Pascal posted, the one that sparked tension. It was perfectly in line with the purveyors of division who would rather prefer we remain boxed in their carefully curated little categories, and thus the double standard. In Pascal's case, what he said was accepted fully and wholly and without any consequences at all because his position is consistent with the far left line. In Carano's case, her contract wasn't renewed because she refused to bend to their ridiculousness, and in doing so, she sealed her fate. Goldberg, on the other hand, went on her apology tour almost immediately after being widely rebuked, and yet still, she's being labeled anti-Semitic, and there are demands for her career to be over all across the Twitterverse. My thoughts on this are pretty simple. Mankind is a people, one capable of unimaginable evil, from the massacre of the Jews in Europe to the massacre of the Pygmies in Africa, and acts of terror here at home, neighbor against neighbor, brother against brother. But that's not the end of the story. We've survived this long as a human race because we're also capable of extraordinary feats of courage and expressions of love and unity that are almost incomprehensible at times. We're capable of learning from history, a history that teaches life lessons for all of us, not just one group or another. And we have to be able to have these conversations from that point of view. It's the only way to learn and bridge the divides that might otherwise break us. And it's the only way to truly rebel against those powers that would utterly destroy us from within. But hey, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.